Welcome back. This is Tales from the Cassette. I'm Jeff Beach.
I'm Joey Graves.
And we are back this week to talk about one of our favorite bands, Night Ranger, and their 1985 album, Seven Wishes.
Fantastic album.
Fantastic album. So sorry we've been gone for so long. I think it was almost a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, that the last one, and sometimes just travel gets in the way.
Life in general.
Life in general. We've had the topic picked out since the last podcast. So we actually had this one well planned in advance and just couldn't get time on the schedule. But we are here today.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Before we start, we are on YouTube. We are on Twitter and X, and we are on Facebook. So like, subscribe, share, comment. I saw a comment today. Somebody commented on our podcast where we talked to, what's his name? I'm blanking.
Ken Nardi.
Yes, Ken Nardi.
Frankenstein.
Yep. Somebody commented how much they liked him, and I agreed. We'll have to do another show with him at some point because he was fun to talk to, as long as we have time. Because he likes to talk, so he is into his stuff, which is great.
He's passionate. You can put it in one word: passionate.
He is passionate. Yeah. Passionate. So, what's going on in the music world?
Man, I have started a new job recently, so I have been so far disconnected to
removed.
Yes, I have. Former job, I was at a computer screen all the time, had access to my phone all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much with the new job.
No.
Just yet. Yeah.
Well, we talked about it before. Lou Graham's album, Unreleased, came out. I have not listened to it yet, but it's on my to-do list.
I have listened to like 3 songs.
Yeah. I liked what I've heard so far.
All right.
But it's a lot of stuff that they got left over.
Right.
Yeah. So not a surprise. But I love that period of time when he was doing, because he was basically just out of Foreigner. Mm-hmm. And so the stuff that was on his debut solo album was awesome. So a lot of this came from that era, I believe.
Yes, it did.
So that came out. I did listen to a podcast regarding the Hall of Fame. I thought that would be a good future idea for us, is to go through all the nominees for the Hall of Fame and talk about whether they should be in the Hall of Fame or not. Okay. Future idea.
Okay.
Future idea. But we're going to talk about one of our favorite bands, Night Ranger. And I'll say out of the gate, and we saw Night Ranger a few years ago. If you haven't seen this band recently, they still have it big time. They are great.
They are tight. I mean, that's a tight band. But I mean, they have got to be up there with one of the hardest working bands. I mean, here they are. I think Kelly Keege's in his early 70s.
Yep.
And he's beating the drums for an hour and a half, singing. I mean, they play all the time.
Yeah, they're on tour.
Good for them. Good for them.
And they are, and this you started to see this in a lot of bands from that era that are still touring. They have just gotten really good at what they're doing. They entertain the audience. They're having fun. They sound good still. And every time I see videos of them, they're just doing outstanding work. Playlists are fun. We need to see them again.
Well, Kiss, take Kiss, for example. Everything had to be rehearsed because of the explosions and the pyrotechnics.
Right.
So it had to be down pretty much the same set list night after night after night after night. Right. Night Ranger doesn't have the pyrotechnics, so they're able to bring in songs that they haven't played for 2 decades. So
They
yeah,
I like
I'm
how
all
they
up
mix.
for seeing them live again. Absolutely.
They are in Mentor, Ohio, July.
That is near Cleveland.
Okay, that's closest we got so far. Mentor, they're Florida right now. So, but if you get a chance to see them, highly recommend. Great band, very tight. We're going to talk about their third album, Seven Wishes, that came out in 1985. So, third album. So, they debuted in 1982 with Dawn Patrol. Very, very highly rated album for a debut. Lots of songs that the audience will know. Don't Tell Me You Love Me, Sing Me Away, songs that are still in their set list today. And then a couple years later, they broke out big time.
Yes.
Midnight Madness, one of my favorite albums from the 80s. Of course, a few people probably have heard of Sister Christian.
Yeah, maybe.
But you Can Still Rock in America on there. When You Close Your Eyes, which is probably my favorite song on that album.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great. They became huge, went from opening acts to leading tours around that time. And that was in 1983. And then I think 84 is where the songs were really hitting. When You Close Your Eyes was released in July of 84. So then they returned quickly in 85.
And, there was a period there from, I guess, 83 to 86 ish. That Night Ranger was all over the place on MTV. I mean, it was like video after video after video. And they just really hit a stride right there in that kind of a 5-year period.
Yep. They were huge. Albums coming out much quicker than they come out today for sure. So they had 82 for their debut. They had 83 for the next one, which was later that year, but into 84. And then in 85, they released Seven Wishes, which was a highly entertaining album. And I think one of the favorite albums of, I can't remember where it ended up, as we did, as I'm sure our listeners are deep into our catalog of shows. We have a show out there where we rated our favorite Night Ranger albums from the 80s.
I believe you may have ranked this one 2.
Yeah.
I think I ranked this one 3. And if you want to find out who we ranked 1 and 2, you need to go listen to the podcast.
Go like that show and comment on it about how we messed it up. The thing I found most interesting as I was doing some research around this was how solid the lineup on this is, with, from producer to the band itself. So they're not bringing in outside people, outside writers. They're using the same producer they've used since the beginning. Now that changes coming up on the album after this, which is very apparent.
Which I believe both of us ranked as the worst album.
Yes. Well, what's his name? The producer on that one was the guy that does all the, he's the one that ruined Chicago. But what was his name? The producer, David Foster. Yes. Yeah. So he did the next one, but but we'll get back to this one. So this one's released in early 1985. 3 singles off of this. I was surprised by the order of this. And maybe it shouldn't have been, because I have a feeling the record company was kind of telling them what to release and when. But Sentimental Street was released first, and then 4 in the Morning was next, and then Goodbye. And before I started doing this, I had it in my mind that they released Seven Wishes, the song.
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. I had it in my mind that there was a video, but it was probably videos that I saw from the other ones, and just it was stuck in there. So, but so 10 songs. We'll go through the songs and talk about each of the songs. And we'll start it off, as we mentioned, all these songs are written by the band, performed by the band. Not a lot of outside musicians, though there are some backing vocals on a song that we'll talk about later. But that's really it, which is pretty interesting because a lot of bands just do it so differently. But out of the gate on Seven Wishes album is Seven Wishes, the song.
Written by Jack Blades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Seven Wishes, the album, is the number 7. And the song is spelled out 7. I don't know if there's anything to that, but Seven Wishes, so I found this song, I think this is a great rock song.
Yeah.
Very different than what's on any of their previous 2 albums.
I think they took the momentum and their that they had from the first 2,
mm-hmm.
and I think they built on their songmanship.
Mm-hmm.
I think the songs on Seven Wishes are a step above.
Yep.
What was found on Midnight Madness. However, both of us liked Midnight Madness a bit more than this one on our rankings. But
yes, but
I think they just took the next step.
Yeah, I like this song. It's a very guitar-driven song. It's got a sort of a slower rhythm to it, kind of bluesy type music. It's a kind of a spoken lyrics. Not hard singing like what some of their other songs, but it's great opening song. Very different. Kind of sets the tone for the album. I think I like this song right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
They follow that up with a song that was written by the drummer Kelly Keagy, Jack Blades, the guitarist, and the keyboardist Alan Fitzgerald, and who's not with them, by the way. We told you to go see him. He's no longer with the band.
Right.
But it's called Faces. What's your take on Faces?
I think there for a while it was not one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took several listens for it to start for me to like it. I don't know. It's Kelly Keagy.
Mm-hmm.
There are quite a bit of synthesizers in it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Alan Fitzgerald wrote part of it.
Go right.
It just didn't hook me, at first listen. Like, say, 4 in the Morning or Sentimental Street, you get hooked. Like, right first listen.
No. In fact, the way this song starts immediately turns me off.
Screaming.
Yelling out faces. And he kind of does that. When I re-listen to this, I realize the rest of the song is better than the beginning, but I think maybe that's why I don't like the song. It's one of my worst songs on this album, I think.
I would agree.
Yeah. It's not one of my favorites. It's kind of with as many good songs are on this album, it's kind of a throwaway, I think. Yeah, I think. So, but the next song, they make up for it.
Yes.
This is their second release. So August of '85, they released 4 in the Morning. And
my personal favorite song on that.
It's a great song. 4 in the Morning. The release of the single, I was told in my research, was they added "I Can't Take Anymore," which is in the song, but it's not listed on the album that way. But yeah, this one's great. It's funny, I guess when he was talking about it, he wrote this at 4 in the morning, woke up, so that would be this is a fun song. Very much like When You Close Your Eyes, I think.
Very
Reminds me
much, very much in the same vein as When You Close Your Eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
So it's very much like that. It's got a good everything's good about it. It's got a good rhythm. It's top 40-ish type radio for what was going on in the 80s. 85 was like you had everything going on.
And I mean, like we've talked about this before, is like it has a hook.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is just catchy. Jack Blades is a fantastic singer, songwriter, especially back then on videos. He was a good looking man. Uh, so, I mean, they just had it all. I mean, they really did. And 4 in the Morning it's got to be up in my top 10 of all time on Night Ranger songs.
Night Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song, good video. Yeah, has them having fun. And then they follow that up with I Need a Woman. Yeah. Written by Jack Blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I this one reminds me a little bit. I don't dislike this one as much as I dislike Faces, but it's on the list.
It's probably the worst Blade song on the album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Another kind of slow rocker. Not really what you saw on some of their previous albums. There's good guitar work in it. It's just not a great song, I don't think.
No. Who knows? I mean, I don't know how they worked. Kiss, Gene Simmons would bring 50 songs and Paul would only bring in exactly what ended up on the album, Right. So I don't know if Jack Blades brought a whole bunch or he just brought, 6, or 7, whatever.
Well, the pressure was on this band at the time. So, because they hit it big, Midnight Madness, record labels like, all right, give us another one.
Yep. Well, give us Sister Christian Part 2, please.
Yeah, where's Sister Christian at? And so speaking of that, that's the next song, Sentimental Street.
Yes.
Now this is one of my favorite Night Ranger songs. Yes. I think this song is a better song than Sister Christian.
I totally agree.
Yeah, this is a great song. So this was the initial release. They, if I was them and they probably, I didn't read this anywhere, but my guess is they didn't want to release this one first. They could have flip-flopped 4 in the Morning, got that out there, and then done this.
Well, I mean, typically it's back in those, especially in those days, they would come out with a rocker, the first song, first single, and then follow that up with a
ballad.
With a ballad,
But I'm sure the record label was like, "How about we need another one? Do another one. Release that first." So probably would have been. They were starting to get pigeonholed by their ballad capabilities around this time. But this is a great song. As I said, I think it's got the lyrics are great on this. This is a great live song. Kiki sounds really good singing it still. Probably I like 4 in the Morning, but this is probably my favorite song on the album.
I would say it's my number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I said, one of my favorite Night Ranger songs, like how it starts out. It's got a lot of keyboards in it, but still good rock song. Yeah. Yep. And that ends your side 1. Yeah, and I went to look. I think I have this album on vinyl, but I don't think it's here. I think it's elsewhere. So
I have it on CD. I might have it on cassette as well.
So speaking of cassette, I was in a New York store recently, and there were tons of cassettes for sale, new and used.
Wow, I heard they were coming back.
Yeah, they were there. And I was looking, and like there were cassettes. I was like, oh, that'd be interesting to have. And then I thought, I don't have anything to play it on.
I do.
Yeah, I don't have anything to play it on. So, all right. So we're going to side 2, and it leads off, written by Jack Blades and Brad Gillis, guitarist. And this is a rocker. This boy needs the rock.
It's a good song. I enjoy it. I mean, it's certainly not a single material, but it's catchy. Brad Gillis does a great job as always on guitar, and no, it's a good song.
Yeah, this one reminds me of "You Can Still Rock in America."
Yeah,
yep. Very much same sort of rhythm, same sort of high beat. It's a good song though. Good entertainment song. And they follow it with "I Will Follow You."
Well, go back to "This Boy Needs to Rock." Do you think that was a conversation between Blades and Keegi about Sister Christian? And Blades was like, this boy needs to rock.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah.
Is that where the title comes from? Because he was just sick and tired of
the ballads.
Yeah, ballad. I don't want to do ballads.
Yeah, but he follows it up with a ballad here.
Yeah, I Will Follow You.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because Keegi has the 2 most popular ballads, Cinnamon Street and Sister Christian, but he follows it up here. I saw something somewhere where someone called 4 in the Morning a ballad. I mean, it's not a ballad.
No, it's just a rock song.
Yeah. But this one, "I Will Follow You," this is probably, in my opinion, the weakest song on the album.
I wouldn't say weakest. Close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say it's probably the third from the bottom. Yep.
This song sounds like it should be on the next album, Big Life.
Well, you got Fitzgerald's involved in it. Nothing against him, but against Alan Fitzgerald. But we already talked about Faces. He was one of the songwriters. We don't care for it.
Yeah,
he's one of the songwriters, and "I Will Follow You." Yeah. We don't care for it.
Now he's a great keyboardist.
Oh yeah.
After he left Night Ranger, he went on tour with Van Halen. So he's very much sought after. I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but that's what he was on. He's on the live Van Halen albums with Hagar, which is, like crossing over. He was with Montrose back in the day when Hagar was starting out. Yep. So we're full of information here. Full of it. Next song, "Interstate Love Affair."
I enjoy the song a lot.
I do too. This was when I had this. It probably would have been cassette. It would have been cassette. This is one of the songs that I would go to frequently. This is one of my favorite songs on the album.
Again, it's Blades by himself. 4 in the Morning, "Interstate Love Affair," and "When You Close Your Eyes." Are I mean, they're so very similar, but different.
This one's a little bit harder rocker.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw this was in the movie Teachers. And I think that came first. So I think they must have given the song the soundtrack and then pulled it back in for this album as well. Nick Nolte. Teachers.
Man, I'm sure I saw it, but I don't remember it.
I remember the name. I don't know that I ever saw it. It doesn't get replayed like some of the other movies that are out there all the time.
Right.
Speaking of which, and diverting here, I was flipping channels. It wouldn't have been last night. It must have been a few nights ago. War Games was on. That is such a good movie. They were doing back-to-back War Games and Trading Places. Just outstanding. I didn't make Trading Places. It was on late, but War Games. I hadn't seen that in a while.
Yeah, I used to get up at 5:30 in the morning when I didn't have to on a Saturday, and I would watch old movies.
Yeah.
for the
War
first
Games.
two. Yeah.
That movie still holds up, I think.
I watched both of them. War Games one weekend and Trading Places another.
Yeah, I think that War Game still holds up pretty well.
Well, yeah. Other than the computer graphics and such.
Yeah, but they're a little different. Hopefully, they've solved that nuclear problem.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Night Machine. Now we talked about before. So this one you had no keyboard writer, but you had Blades, the drummer Kiki, the guitarist Gillis, and they brought in backing vocals. So it was kind of a hodgepodge of backing vocals. So I sort of visualized they just happened to be who's in the studio today. And they did get Vince Neil and Tommy Lee, who must have been hanging around with some other people, and those are all the backing vocals on Night Machine. Yeah. I pictured that they maybe wanted to call this song Night Ranger. Instead of yelling Night Machine in the chorus, they wanted to say Night Ranger in the chorus. It's kind of a fun song. I don't mind this song like I do some of the other ones.
No, I enjoy it.
Yeah. It's good rocker. Yeah, I don't know that I ever noticed that Vince Neil was in the backing vocals.
No, I mean, I obviously I read about Seven Wishes before this podcast, and I had no clue that Vince Neil or Tommy Lee was ever on the album.
Right. Like I've never heard of a connection between those two bands. They haven't toured together that I'm aware of. No. So
they don't seem like they would hang out. I mean, especially during that period of time.
And Night Ranger was hanging with Kiss a lot and touring with Kiss a lot. They go on the Kiss cruises, so they obviously hang with some of the hard rock bands. But that's what I pictured, was that Motley Crue was in the studio doing something down the hall, and they're like, "Bring them in. They can sing backup." And they were on board with it. So it's a good song. And then it follows it up with another, I think, great Night Ranger song, Goodbye.
Yep.
Great song to end the album on, and a great song. So this was their third release in October that year. And that was the final one from Seven Wishes.
And they usually, they typically play this at one of the last songs before they go to encore, where they always finish with "You Can Still Rock in America" or something more, a little heavier.
Yep. Now this is written by Jeff Watson, who was a guitarist at the time, no longer with the band.
Yeah.
And Blades together.
Watson and Brad Gillis, their tone of their guitar, it's very similar, but you can kind of tell the difference when they trade off.
Yeah,
who is playing what, which has always given that period of Night Ranger a unique sound. I wish Watson would have stayed around longer with Brad Gillis.
Oh yeah, that could have been interesting. Yeah, it is interesting, I think, how many guitarists they have in the band.
Yeah,
even now. So Watson's no longer there, but they've got Blades and Gillis doing guitar still, and they have Kerry Kelly there now. And who was the other guitarist after Watson left?
There's a long list of.
Yeah, there's one I'm thinking of though. So after Watson left, Hoekstra. They brought in Joel Hoekstra, and he was on one of my favorite albums from them recently, Somewhere in California. But he has been, he was touring with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I think he is in Whitesnake now. Maybe.
Well, I don't know why there is no Whitesnake.
No more. I think he was in Whitesnake.
Well, you got Reb Beach.
Yep.
From Winger. You got Michael Lardy from Great White.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so there's some other people that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Jesse Bradman and Christian Matthew Cullen. I have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
David Zakachik. I don't know what his name. Zajick. I've never heard of him.
No.
Was he in there? Was he in the band for 15 minutes? I don't know.
I don't know. Now Hoekstra, so he went to Whitesnake and he was in Whitesnake with Red Beach.
Yes.
Together. Played for Cher. And then he was kind of messing around with the band Revolution Saints, which is not a famous band other than Jeff Pilson is in that band.
Dean
and
Castronovo
from Journey. Mm-hmm. Journey's drummer.
Yep, I have several of their songs on my Spotify. They're
good.
Yep.
They're good. So yeah, Seven Wishes finishes with Goodbye. Great album. And then they went away for a bit until, how long did Big Life? I think it was 2 years until Big Life came out.
It was 2 years.
Yeah.
83 Midnight Madness, 85 Seven Wishes, 87 Big Life.
Yeah. And then 88, 89, one of our favorites, Man in Motion. Yeah.
That is an album that did not get its due. Right there.
We talked about that, I think, when we did the Night Ranger, that there was terrible timing of what was out there. And because that's got a great song on it too, sort of like Goodbye, Reason to Be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And some other songs. So, but that is our review of Seven Wishes. Great 80s album. If you like 80s rock, highly recommend. They did an excellent job with this. And a number of these songs are still played in their tour.
Yeah.
Goodbye, 4 in the Morning, and Sentimental Street, I think, are all played. I don't know that any of the other ones are.
Now, I know that. So, how many times have you seen Night Ranger live?
I think definitely 2. There might be a third one. What about you?
I'm 3.
Okay.
Now, of course, there's one that we saw together. There was maybe
20 people,
about 150 people.
Down in Sawyer Point on the river.
Yeah, it was sad. I mean, they're so good, and it was a horrible turnout. I don't know what it was, bad promotion or something. What year was that? That was like 2000?
It would have been somewhere around like 05, 06.
No.
Yeah, it had to be.
Nope.
Because I was working downtown. One of the guys that I worked with downtown went with us. And I didn't start there till no, wait. No, it would have been 96, not 2006. It would have been like 96, 97.
Maybe a little later than that.
Maybe. It was somewhere before 04. Somewhere, but after like 94. So it was in that 10-year period.
Right. But yeah, it was very poorly attended. Mm-hmm. And then I saw them really for the first time with a good crowd in St. Louis.
Oh, and yeah. Okay.
Great concert. Fantastic. They held the audience the entire time. And there was a lot more people there than 150 people. There was probably, I'd say, 5,000 to 6,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was pulling up their set list. So they're still, from this album, they're playing 4 in the Morning, Seven Wishes, and Sentimental Street. Goodbye is not currently on their set list.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This was from just a couple months ago. But they're mixing in some stuff. They got 2 Damn Yankee songs in here.
Yeah, they typically play Iron Man because Brad Gillis was with Ozzy for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're finishing with their hits that they've got. But yeah, so 3 songs still from this album. Highly recommend.
Yep.
Highly recommend.
If
so,
they're within 50 miles of your house,
go see them.
You should go see them.
They're on
You'll
tour.
enjoy the evening.
They got U.S. tour dates the rest of the year. So that is our review of 7 Wishes. So go out. As we said, we're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Comment, share it. One of my most commented on Twitter posts from my walks with music is The Night Ranger when I listen to this album. So I'll post the video and we'll see if we get any reaction.
Now,
I don't know why, but it was a hot post that day.
Now, what is the Night Ranger group or Fans in Motion?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I listened to a little bit of one they did recently where they talked to their assistant tour manager. That was recent, just and how she got the job and all of that. So, but I was looking at that. There was a really good, I can't remember which one I saved, but I saved one to listen to that they've got, they did recently that I thought, oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
So that's a good podcast.
Yep. And then they typically have a meetup before a concert. They get group photos of each other, and it's kind of neat.
Yeah, I'll see him again.
Yep,
I'll see him again. All right. With that, we're at 36 minutes. It's always hard to stay under 30. We did pretty well. We'll stay under 40 though.
All right.
So with that, we'll be back soon. But I'm Jeff Beach.
I'm Joey Graves.
And this is Tales from the Cassette.